So Chris Pratt is getting all this praise for making a speech at the MTV Movie Awards. And I still can't get over saying MTV Movie Awards when MTV was, Generation Z and, millennials gather around, let me tell you. Long time ago, MTV used to play these things called music videos, and they were wonderful. Some were terrible, some were awesome, but it was music as we knew it, and we would gather around and watch it. Before there were iPads and black girl fights to stare on YouTube that made life better. And, so yeah, I mean, that's been going on for a while, the movie awards, but they have the most retarded categories, and everything's decided ahead of time. If you honestly think that people are in anticipation of who's going to win, and I'm going to prove it with Chris Pratt's little hilarious and Jesus-like speech. Chris Pratt, what do I think of him overall? Nice guy, seemingly nice guy. I mean, he doesn't bother me. He seems like he, roll with the punches, good-looking kid. Runs around with, Jurassic dinosaurs in a little CGI world, and all is good. But he was getting all his praise being called a hero. All these people kept popping up on my timeline on YouTube and Twitter, well, thank God somebody finally said something. I'm like, man, Chris Pratt must have said something motherfucking profound for people to be going like he's a hero, and all these commentators on news calling him a hero, especially right-wing news. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go see what this speech was all about at the MTV Awards. First off, let's talk about the award that he was getting. He was getting the award for Generation Icon or Elder of the Year or, Best Nutsack. I have no idea what the award was. Some bullshit award that doesn't mean anything. And he gets up there, looking fabulous. And he's up there and he's like, all right, he's one of these guys who thinks he's really funny and he's kind of not. It's just kind of awkward. And, people are just like, he's pretty, so we'll laugh. It's just like, you're not funny. It's like, just, please stop trying to be funny. It's kind of painful and cringy. But he gets up there and he's like, well, as one of your elders, I'm going to give rules for the new generation. First off, and he's mixing funny with serious. Don't be a bully. If you're a bully, that's bad. Never mind all the people I probably bullied to get to where I am now, but Jesus, just don't be a bully. You don't believe in yourself. I was like, is this like a freaking Christian pep talk, or is this an acceptance speech? I am confused right now. And then he goes, number 2, if you're going to poop at a party, make sure that you poop and flush, then pee, then flush, because it won't stink as much. I'm funny, aren't I? I'm on Adderall right now. I'm sorry. I'm so coked out of my head, but I'm going to pretend I'm not to. I can play it off really well. So then he's like, this was the thing that made him a hero. He goes, God is real. He's real. God is real. I know this. And I'm Chris Pratt, so I'm right. And then he's like, prayer works. Learn to pray. Okay, heathens in Hollywood, all you satanic ritual people. I mean, yes, I participated to get to where I'm at now, but hey, now I have found Jesus. I was just waiting for the presenters to come out, bring a cross, and for Chris Pratt to nail himself onto it. They'd give him like a crown of, popcorn thorns and stuff like that. He could just sit there and be Jesus for 5 seconds, because apparently, I thought he was going to light himself on fire. I thought she was going to be like, and now for something really, really special, I am going to, what do they call it? Emulate, something like that. Omelet himself. I don't know. Just light himself on fire for the greater good. And I'm like, I'm waiting for the rest of the speech, and I was bored to tears. And then I'm like, is that it? And everybody's like, well, see, why he's a hero is because he said God, he believes in God at the MTV Movie Awards. That makes him a hero? Why? What? So I don't get it. I don't get why he's a hero for saying he believes in God. But let's break that down real fast. I'm just going to be honest with you right now. I am not sure if there's, I don't think there's a God as people know it. Because everybody weaponizes God, uses God as a weapon. They weaponize his words. The Bible, I think it's a nice, little fairy tale. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. I know. I just don't. Let's face it. It was a book written millions and millions of years ago. Written, rewritten. That's like a game of telephone. You remember that? I mean, oh God, I got to explain this to younger people. It used to be this game where it'd be like 20 people in a circle in school, and you'd whisper a sentence to somebody. By the time it got to the 20th person, they had to say it out loud. It was something completely different than it could have been. Like the sentence could have originally been, I like pickles. By the end of it, the 20th person has to say it after everybody whispers it, and it gets lost in translation. The 20th person would say it out loud and say something like, Martha's vaginal fluid smells like cucumbers. It's like, where did that even come from? That's not the original sentence. That's kind of how I feel about the Bible in a weird way. I think it was a lot of people's ideas were put into it. I don't believe any of it. I don't live by it, obviously. And, you know, I'm sure it's got some great ideas in there, but people like to cherry pick certain elements and they don't want to, you know, pay attention to the others that don't suit their agenda. I know the Bible pretty well because I was in religious school for 8 years and we were pretty much force-fed that thing. So a lot of times when people try to use it against gays or against a certain other minority group or against, you know, God wouldn't want you to do this or that. Yeah, but you're ignoring this chapter and that chapter that says you're basically going to hell too. So I don't know what you're talking about. The whole book contradicts itself. It just does. There's no way of getting around that. It's a contradictory book. God is all knowing. God loves you. God forgives everybody, except you're all going to hell. This group right here. But then again, if you say you're sorry, you're not going to hell and then God forgives you, but not really, not you. It's just, it's like that. But yeah, so Chris Pratt, shut up. Just be happy that you're rich, happy that you're pretty, happy that you're, you know, doing well in life. But I mean, I'm not saying don't be in your religion. If you love religion and it does something for you, I'm not against that. But, you know, I mean, come on, prayer works all the time. Does it really? I'm like, so some girl who's being held hostage right now by a demented serial killer. He's like taking turns cutting her every 5 seconds. You know, she's praying to God, please let me get out of here. Please, please. I want to go out of here. He's cutting a nipple off the next day and stuff like that. Please, I want to go home. I want to go home. She never makes it. He like buries her alive. Prayer. She didn't pray hard enough. Is that it? She just didn't, like, God was like, he missed that one. He's like, what? I didn't get that call. What? Oh, shit. Missed another one. So it doesn't always work. That's a freaking lie that you're telling right there. You know, say maybe you won't always get the answer you want. I mean, you could have said a lot more there, but I know you want to look really, really good in front of people, and that's awesome. And you're just a, you know, beautiful little piece of Christian pie. But it's people like him who annoy me because I guarantee you, if we looked at some of the daily activities this guy does, and I have no proof, that he is breaking like 1,000 rules of the Bible. All right? Is he fucking right now and he's not married? You're breaking rules of the Bible. Sorry, you are. You are. You know, is he taking the Lord's name in vain at any point, even for a movie role? You're breaking some of the rules in the Bible. So and let me just get off the religion thing. I don't know I know there's a higher power. I really do believe that. I don't believe science created, you know, the galaxy and the earth. I just don't. Man, I'm getting too deep. But whatever. But I don't think I'm pretentious and egotistical enough to say I know for certain what it is. That it's definitely God, that it's definitely Jehovah, that's definitely this, that's definitely that. I don't think we're meant to necessarily know until we die. And then we will find out that it is a midget who has a pink mohawk and basically hands out tickets to heaven. And if you don't get into heaven, you go to this waiting area from hell to wait for somebody else to move out of heaven into super heaven. There's like a VIP of heaven. I'm convinced. I've seen the other side and it is good. But I don't know. Like, okay, great. He said he loved Jesus and stuff. Let's talk about the MTV Awards though for a second. First of all, the little presenters that were there. I think one of them was Bryce Dallas Howard, who's in the Jurassic movie with him, and she has the personality of a mop, and we love her though. She's great. You know, be grateful your dad's in Hollywood and can get you all those jobs, because otherwise, I'm not sure you would have even gotten a Wendy's commercial. I'm just saying. And then there's that weird girl I can't fucking stand her. Aubrey Plaza. What does she do? I wish they would have stopped the MTV Movie Awards right there and then to be like, Chris Pratt, go up on stage and be like, you know, thank you and all that, but I have to ask, I mean, I know you were on a TV show with me and everything like that, but why are you famous? Why are you up here presenting me anything? You're not funny. You're just weird. Does Hollywood need somebody to just sit there and be weird all the time? You think you're entertaining? You're not. Why are you in anything ever? Can somebody just escort her out of here? She just freaking annoys me because she's another one, kind of like him, but a lot worse, who thinks she's hilarious and she's not at all. She's not funny. She's one of those comedic actress bitches, you know what I mean? But, so that's it. Yeah, I'm sure he's a great person and all that. I'm glad he gets something out of religion. I'm not saying don't pray or whatever, but you know, really, do you think God heard you at the MTV Movie Awards? That God has got, you know, there's famine, there's people starving, people suffering in this world, but he's going to listen right then at well, hold up, fuck it. Fuck the genocides and all that. Like the MTV Movie Awards are right now. Chris Pratt's going to give me a what, and I got to listen to this. Okay. I got no time, like none. So yeah, Chris Pratt, you can suck it.